Morning, class ninth. So today we are starting chapter 5, that is natural vegetation and wildlife. This is the chapter from geography section. So let's begin with the introduction of this chapter. We know that India is one of the 12 mega biodiversity country of the world, because in India various earth species are found. In India, there are 47,000 plant species, out of which there are 15,000 flowering plants. That is, almost 6% of the flowering plants are found in the India of the whole world. Okay. If we talk about the non-flowering plant like the ferns, algae, fungi, they are also in a large number present in our country. So today we will be discussing about the natural vegetation and about the wildlife in our country. Let's begin with the chapter. Have you ever observed the type of trees, bushes, grasses, birds in the field and parks in and around your school? Are they similar or there are variations? India being a vast country, you can imagine the type of bioforms available throughout the country. Our country, India, is one of the 12 mega biodiversity country in the world, out of which 47,000 plant species are present. India occupies 10th place in the world and 4th in Asia in plant diversity. There are about 15,000 flowering plants in India, which account for 6% in the world's total number of flowering plants. The country has many non-flowering plants also, which are ferns, algae, fungi, and approximately 90,000 species of animals are found in our country. Okay, we will be finding out the reason that why India has this much of biodiversity. Let's first understand the meaning of this word biodiversity. Probably you might have heard this word many times, but let us just recall the meaning of this word. Bio means living, diversity means variety. That means in this chapter we will be talking about the variety of living organism in our country. Okay. Natural vegetation refers to a plant community which has grown naturally without human. Okay, that means like the natural species usually we see in the forest, because there no human interference is seen. They grow by their own. So if we want to see the natural vegetation, we should definitely visit forest where variety of plants and different species, they grow naturally without the interference of human. That's why it is called virgin vegetation. Okay, that is pure, that is grown by its own. Okay, so they have given the meaning also. What is virgin vegetation? It is purely Indian and and are known as endemic. Endemic means the one which is only found within a particular country, not have been like grown or have grown from like by the seeds of other place. So it is indigenous. Okay, it belongs to a particular land only. That's why it is endemic and indigenous. But those which have come from outside, okay, sometimes what happen, the seeds, they come from different country and reaches to a different area, then in that case that variety is called as exotic. Okay, so let's talk about the term flora and fauna. The term flora is used to denote plants. When we talk about the word flora, it means plants, and when we talk about the word fauna, it means animals. Okay, so we will be discussing about the flora and fauna. I hope you have understood the term, like endemic species which is originated from particular country. What is exotic species? The species which has which is originated in other country, okay, or which has come from outside. Okay, so let's discuss about factors which affect the diversity. The first factor is relief. So what is relief? When we talk about land and soil, together they are known as relief. Okay, because you know that vegetation is not possible without the good land which has good quality of soil. So let's first discuss about the first factor, that is relief, under which we have to discuss about land. Land affects the natural vegetation directly and indirectly. Do you expect the same type of vegetation in mountainous, plateau and plain areas, or in dry and wet regions? Absolutely no, because we know that these area they are having different climatic conditions. So definitely the type of vegetation will also be different. Okay, so in like you will see the vegetation in mountain area different, plateau area different, plain area it will be different, and the areas which are having very less amount of rain, those areas which are arid, also called as dry area, or the regions which are wet, which receives high rainfall, they will definitely going to show different types of vegetation. Okay, so the nature of land influences the type of vegetation. The undulating and rough terrains are areas where grassland and woodlands develop and give shelter to a variety of wildlife, like the areas which are undulating terrains. Okay, there what happens, a special type of grassland is found, and woodlands, that means very heavy trees they grow there. So there the wildlife will depend on such vegetation because they will get shelter over there. So if we talk about the vegetation, definitely it is going to influence the animals also, because animals they depend on the vegetation. Let's talk about the second point under relief, that is soil. Okay, we know that plants they grow with the help of soil only. So depending upon the type of soil, the vegetation get affected. We know in desert, as there is less rain, the soil is sandy. So which type of vegetation is seen over there? That is cactus, the plants like cactus or the plants which are thorny. The reason of having these adaptation enables these plants to survive over such drastic condition. Okay, so what happens, like due to the unavailability of water, like such vegetation is observed in desert area. Okay, if we talk about the wet, marshy, deltaic soils, so that support the plantation like mangroves or deltaic vegetation. If we talk about the hilly areas, the hill slopes with some depth of soil have conical trees. Okay, so conical trees help the trees to like cope up with the conditions when heavy snow or heavy rain happens. So such adaptation is observed, and this is just possible because of a particular type of soil. So these are factors which we are discussing. We have first discussed the factor called relief, under which we have discussed about land and soil. So second factor which influences the vegetation is climate. Okay, under which we will talk about temperature. Okay, so like if we have to talk about the second factor, climate, we will discuss about temperature, photoperiod and precipitation. So how the temperature influences the vegetation? We know the areas which receives heavy sunlight, they will be having more temperature. Okay, like as the climate gets colder, either by increase in altitude, we know that in the hilly areas the temperature is low. Okay, that's why there we observe more cold climate. But when we go away from the equator, the vegetation will change from tropical to subtropical. Okay, or if we go towards the like temperate areas or then alpine, like for example on the slope of Himalayas and hills of the peninsula, the fall in temperature affect the type of vegetation and its growth. That means the temperature under the factor climate influences the vegetation. Is it clear? Let's talk about the second point under the factor climate, that is photoperiod. That means this is the amount of sunlight which is received by the plants. Okay. So this is the amount and duration of sunlight that is called as photoperiod. Photo means light, period means the length of the day. In warmer regions, we know plant growth is faster due to long duration of sunlight. Okay, because there is availability of adequate moisture. For example, in the southern slopes of Himalayas, they are covered with thicker vegetation than the northern slopes due to more availability of sunlight. Okay, so like if we talk about photoperiod, it definitely influences the vegetation. Okay, next we will discuss about the factor that is precipitation, which comes under climate only. Now, what is precipitation? Precipitation refers to heavy rainfall. Okay, so areas which receives heavy rainfall, they definitely will going to have denser vegetation, because more water, more growth of the plant. And those areas which receives less rainfall, there we find the like not good vegetation. For example, the southwest monsoon rains on the windward side of the Western Ghat. Okay, or this is the reason that there is a heavy growth of evergreen forest over there. Okay, whereas when we go leeward side, that is that does not have proper rain, so they do not have these type of forest. So precipitation influences the type of vegetation. So this much for today. Then we will be discussing about more topics during the live class. Thank you everyone.